Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Rohan. I am a 5th semester Caribbean medical student in Barbados at Ross University, and I'm currently repeating a module, the Neurology and Psychiatry module. It's a very difficult module. I'm repeating that, and so I'm in the PACE program, which is the program that you enter when you have to repeat a module. Um, Honestly, I'm just gonna jump right into it. At the start, it was pretty demoralizing. I was pretty upset. I went through some crazy mood swings. I talked a lot about it in my previous video I posted, but it was a hard time for sure. But I'm trying to bounce back, come back stronger, know the material better. And I thought it'd be kind of cool if I talked a little bit about how PACE works, um, just in general, because a lot of people, that's a big question they have. More than 50% of the students who go through Ross University curriculum have failed a module, have paced a module. So it's more likely than not that you will pace eventually. I'm not saying you will. I'm hoping that you don't, but just something to be aware of. The way the module works is there are 2 to 3 days of in-person class. That can be anywhere from just 1-2 hours class a day, or today we actually had 5 to 6 hours worth of class. I'm actually still in the room right now, so that's why you see this different background. It's a nice room, so I thought it'd be cool to record a video in it. The way it works is you have class, and then you have attendance that is tracked, and you have to answer some questions about the class you just went to, and you also have online assignments that are due. The way they give it to you, they give you Amboss articles and questions. You have to go through the articles, do the questions, and submit proof of that. That's essentially how the PACE program works. Some lectures are better than others. Some of them are based on test taking strategies. I've actually learned a lot. One thing that really interested me, one thing that really interested me, or that I really learned, was that it's actually a good idea to read the question stem first, which of course I do, but I usually read the question stem and I go straight to the answers, and I read all the answers and then I read the question so I can get an idea of what to look for in the question with the answers. But interestingly enough, it's actually, apparently, this is just what I've been trying out, this is what they told me, and it's actually been working pretty well for me. You read the question stem first, and then you read the question. And then by reading the question, after you do that, you kind of formulate an answer in your own head, and then read the answer choices and see which ones match up. I think it takes a little bit of getting used to, because it does eat up some more time than the old way I was using. But I think if you get really good at using this method to test take and answer questions, it'd be really good. I plan on putting this for sure, going more into depth on this in a module of one of my courses that I'm going to make called Testing Strategies. First link in the description. Shameless plug, of course. But PACE is it's very low stress compared to the actual module itself. It's very much so okay, this is your way to recover, get back in the groove of things, and then go blast through again once you get to the next module. And once you redo the module. Neuro is a beast. Noopy was just a complete beast of a module. I actually thought I made it out. If you don't know what happened, I thought I passed, but by the hair on my chin, sorry, I shouldn't curse. By the hair on my chin, I didn't pass. It was this close, and it was difficult. It was a difficult time. I was upset, of course, but now I'm trying to make the most of it. In addition to all the work that they've given us, they give us timed quizzes that we have to do, and just in general, overall preparation and prep for neuro again. I'm also preparing for comp. I'm doing a couple blocks of 15 to 20 questions a day, just so I can stay fresh on my material from Sem 1, Sem 2, Sem 3, and Sem 4. Because the last thing I want to do is go into step and comp module after I take neuro the second time I pass, going straight into that and forgetting a lot of the old stuff because I was so focused on neuro. So I want to stay balanced. I want to stay I want to stay remembering all the important stuff. Classes are in person and they are mandatory, so I have to take the bus a lot of time, which I actually like. I like going out and seeing people. The only thing is, if sometimes not a lot of people are in class, so it's not enjoyable to go to class when there's only a couple people that are just always there. I like to see new faces. I like to meet new people. I'm just a social person. So speaking of social person, one thing that's really nice about PACE, you won't hear many people saying good things about PACE, honestly, because people don't like it. People hate. People are just upset that they're in PACE and stuff. But I actually found it's I've been able to connect a lot with the people who are in my cohort in this PACE module, and they'll be joining me in joining the next semester goes through neuro, because we're all kind of going through the same struggles together. We're all growing together. We're all learning together, and it's just a really honestly, it is what you make out of it. You know, it's a cliche. It is a cliche, but it really is what you make out of it. If you come in to pace and you're like, oh, I hate this, like this is the worst thing ever, you're not gonna succeed. You might succeed, but you're not gonna feel good about it. You're not gonna enjoy your time. It's about the process, of course. Just like med school in general, the process is the fun part. The end result's also nice, but the process should be fun for you. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying pace. I'm working on some other projects as well, just kind of keeping my mind busy and staying positive, which is that's the main thing. Honestly, that's the best advice I can tell you. You just have to stay positive, keep a good mindset, and just stay happy. You know, because whatever you gotta do is stay happy. Because for me, that meant taking on another project. I worked pretty hard on some other stuff I was doing. I made a couple programs. I made a program with a couple courses in it. I'm currently writing a doc for another like paid resource that you can access. It's just about like in general how to be a well-rounded medical student, how to achieve the things you want to achieve, stuff I'm really passionate about, right? And that all started because I started making YouTube videos. And when I started making YouTube videos, I started enjoying it so much that I started making reels and going on Instagram. And then I was like, oh, why don't I make a program, a paid program? That way I can even get something out of it. And you guys can also get like the super exclusive stuff I don't talk about on YouTube. I go a lot into depth about stuff I just do not mention on YouTube for privacy's sake. But in my paid program, I don't mind at all mentioning it because I just feel like it's just my life story. It's part of who I am. I'm not ashamed of it. I grew from it. Of course, I'll release some free versions of a couple of the modules on YouTube. So if you want in the future, so if you want to really see what it's like before you go into actually thinking about buying it, just look out for those in the future. That'll be there on my channel in the coming weeks. But yeah, honestly, I mean, this is more of a checkup video, but also it's also to kind of show you guys what pace is like. Because honestly, the thing is, man, so it's really not. It's kind of nice because I feel like I haven't had a chance to relax while I've been on the island, because every single day, week, month I'm on the island, I'm thinking about school. Um, Even if my parents or my family come and visit me during the break, I'm thinking about school during the break, the mid module break. I'm thinking about school, and then I go into the next module already like tired and a little bit fried just from being like anxious and having things on my mind. But now that I'm not actually in a rigorous program at the moment, I'm just going through the motions of repeating Noopy. um I've had more time to actually enjoy the island. Like I've been like enjoying my time in nature a little bit more. Of course, I always have been. I'm a very well-rounded, if I do say so myself, I'm a very well-rounded student. You know, I do a lot of different things when it comes to this stuff. But I've been really able to enjoy like my quiet time, my peace, as well as diving into other projects that I've always been considering, that I've always been really passionate about, that I always want to go into, and I thought I would do that after medical school. But now that I have the time, it just became second nature. You know, I was like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is my new purpose for now, and just keep going. I actually have my laptop open to it's my left. I think it's your right. Um, but I'm actually have some Amboss questions to do. If you're curious, for today's work, they gave us a article about Alzheimer's disease. I've already read it. I've annotated it. I've highlighted stuff. They talk about like treatments like acetylcholinesterase, NMDA receptor antagonists, acetylcholinesterase inhibitors, I should say, and then anti-NMDA antagonists. Um, and then they talk about stuff like MRI findings and classic effects like mood disorders um, and just histology findings, genetic factors like this apolipoprotein E variant, which is very prone to Alzheimer's. I knew this. I knew a lot of this because I just did Noopy, but it's a really good review and it teaches you a lot. And they give you a Q bank where you have a couple questions they have to do. I haven't done them yet. There's only 7. It's actually a very low amount, so I'll probably crank that after I finish recording this video. I'm taking a bunch of clips just of my life as a PACE student right now, just to spread awareness, because I mean, I'm not trying to wish this on you, but it's somewhat likely that that you, someone who's watching this, someone you know at least, will go through the pace. Someone you know will. If you go to Ross, you absolutely know people who will go through pace. That's just how it just no. It's a normal part of the Ross curriculum, and so I'm trying to take it in stride. I'm trying to take this gratefully, because this is just a way for me. This is like an area of the map that I never got, that I wouldn't have gotten to explore. This is a like a side quest I just never would have gotten to. And now like I feel like I can actually say, yeah, like I actually did fail a module of medical school and I bounced back, and I actually did really well after that. I did well before that, I did well even during that, and I bounced back and I did even better after that. So I'm just trying to really sharpen my strengths, work on my weaknesses, and keep grinding, man, because med school is a marathon, it's not a sprint. One minor setback isn't gonna completely derail you as long as you stay positive, right? That's one big thing me and my classmates have been talking about from the first day. We were saying like, yeah, like we gotta stay busy, we gotta stay positive, or else we're just gonna be stuck in the same thought loop, and we're gonna be stuck in those negative thoughts, thinking, oh my god, I'm so I'm a failure. And then like, oh my gosh, I have to pay the extra 40K. Then oh my gosh, my parents are gonna be upset with me. And then oh my god, can I even do this, right? It's just a whole thought loop that you keep going through. But now that I'm in neuro, or now that I'm in pace, and I know I will pass neuro, and I have high hopes to pass step and comp the first try, especially with my continued effort into prepping while I'm in neuro, or well, I'm sorry, while I'm in pace. I feel like I can definitely get some good work done. But anyway, man, um, this is just a check-in video for my fifth semester video diary series. I didn't expect, one thing I actually didn't expect. Of course, I did expect to pace, so I didn't expect to have to to have to make like a. I'm actually probably gonna make like 7 to 8 videos in this playlist in this series, and I only expected to make maybe 4 or 5 because I thought that would be like my whole fifth semester. But now I'm gonna have this whole pace program, as well as the repeat and NUPI, and then of course comp, which I will definitely make videos for when I get there, because I think that's super important to know how MICR works and how the schedule is, and what it looks like to study and grind for comp and step while you're on the island at Ross. But just in general, I want to appreciate you guys. I got so much love and support in the comments. I was actually very surprised. I thought I'd get a lot of people, a lot of haters. To be honest, I don't mind the haters because it kind of fuels me. But I thought I'd get some haters, a lot of them actually saying like, "Oh yeah, like yeah, you couldn't do it in the first," saying some BS, so saying some crap that just is demotivating and stuff. But I actually didn't get that much of that. I got a lot of people being really kind, saying like, "Oh, like you can do it. It sucks, but you can do it." And I really appreciate that. I have such an amazing group of people in my on my YouTube. I'm not gonna say fan base because you guys are more than just fans. You're people, but I have such an amazing group of people supporting me on YouTube. I have a great support group at home with my friends and my close family, and even just my extended family. I'm so lucky to have you guys on YouTube because, man, the journey would not be the same if I haven't been uploading videos and making content and sharing just my life experiences. So I think with that, I'm gonna end it. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, guys, stay calm, cool, and collected at all times. I'll catch you in another video. Peace.